Hello, good evening. Good evening, everybody. Hi, True Helper. Hi, JD. Thank you for becoming a member, by the way, JD. That's fantastic. Hi, Teresa Moore. Hi, everybody. It's swelteringly hot still. Here in the UK, we've had it, so I'm sure a few of our subscribers will let you know it's been manically hot the last few days. We've had fantastic storms where I am, lightning storms, but it has been just unbearably hot. So what I thought tonight it would be good just to recap and go over everything in the Suzanne Morphew case. You know, here we are 3 months later and still none the wiser as to where she is. And, you know, she's got a beautiful family waiting to see her. And it just seems to be completely hit a stop, doesn't it? But we have had sorts of new information that's come out from Suzanne's family, a family member, reportedly that has spoken to there's another channel called Profiling Evil. Probably a few of you are aware of it, and also to Lauren Schaff, who's Fox 21 News, who's sort of heavily invested in the case, and she's also been speaking to Suzanne's family. And of course, sort of information that's come out from them is kind of conflicted with information that we already had. So it's just trying to work through that and just trying to find out, you know, exactly what is factual and what is still speculative and what's still rumors. But it's just so sad how quickly time flies, isn't it? I remember, you know, when this happened and when I first started reporting on it, and I can't believe that that was 3 weeks ago already. It's just, it's frightening. Frightening how quickly time goes. Hi, Cherie. Hi, Above and Beyond. Hi, Jan Parks. I'll just wait to see if a few more come in. Hi, Brooks Channel. I did just want to make everyone aware that there are highly likely to be a few of Barry's family members listening in tonight. So, you know, if I could just ask you to please be respectful. Of course, we all, you know, have our opinions and theories on what happened. But as I'm sure you all know, everybody is innocent until proven guilty in a court of law. So, you know, if you could just bear that in mind, that, you know, potentially what you say could be upsetting to other people, certainly, you know, to family members or people that are close to the case. They did actually want to make this very clear. Barry's family wanted to make it, you know, very clear that, you know, if, God forbid, he did have anything to do with Suzanne's disappearance, then, you know, they would absolutely want nothing to do with him. And, you know, they've said that the police had better get to him before they do. You know, they want to make that perfectly clear to everybody, because I do know that there have been people on social media that are kind of giving them a bit of hell for kind of sticking up for Barry. But at the end of the day, Barry is their family, and as of now, he's been proven to do absolutely no wrong. So of course they're going to support him. But like I say, should situation change, should circumstances change, and, you know, he'd be found out to be involved in any way, then that opinion would be the complete opposite. So, you know, I just want to make that perfectly clear. They wanted me to make that clear to everybody. You know, and at the end of the day, Barry's still, he's the children's father. He's their dad. You know, I think people have just got to be very mindful of that, I think, because we have no hard evidence as to what's happened. It's still mostly speculation, and it's still mainly based on people's opinions and people's theories. So, you know, we just need to be mindful of what we say. But I know that all you guys, you know, aren't like that anyway. So, but any other people that may be coming in. So firstly, this is the new flyer that the police have started to put around. Now, there was two things that I found interesting that were missing from the flyer. Firstly, one was the mention of a bicycle ride. I mean, in the first flyer, you know, it was mentioned that she was wearing a cycle helmet and cycling clothes, blue helmet, and all of that. So the whole bicycle story, I think, is becoming quite questionable. You know, a lot of people now saying, I mean, even Suzanne's family have come out and said that they're worried that the bike may have been, you know, pushed down that, purposefully placed or pushed down the tree bank where it was found. And I know a lot of people, other people are starting to suspect that possibly, you know, it was planted there. Of course, we don't know either way at the moment, but certainly that's how some people are thinking. So that's the new flyer. If we have a look at the original flyer, you can see firstly that's the other thing is the reward. There was no mention of the reward on the new flyer, whether that's just an administration thing or whether it was just something that I didn't feel needed to go on this flyer. I just thought that was interesting, considering it's such a huge reward, why they wouldn't still have that on the flyer. So I thought that was a bit strange. But as you can see on this flyer, it mentions she left home for a bike ride near County Road 225. And that was certainly the story, wasn't it? When it initially came out, the story was that she went on a cycle ride. But there isn't really anything else to substantiate that because nobody actually saw her on her bike. Nobody saw her on the cycle ride. It's all based on the fact that we initially heard that they found that bike, wasn't it? On that morning, the police found the bike, but that is a whole mystery surrounding this case, is the cycle ride. I really can't decide either way whether or not that cycle ride actually happened. But yet, when the neighbour, I'll come to this a bit later, but the neighbour, according to Barry, did report that the bike had gone. So that's all very, very strange. I can't decide either way whether the bicycle ride happened. Now, I should be able to show you actually exactly where they found the bike. I've been studying Tyson Draper's video where he obviously went to Salida, went to where it happened, the actual High Kelly, the actual place, and you know, I sort of closely watching his videos, I've worked out exactly where it is, where the cycle was found. And I know that Bisa Mama, one of our subs, actually went there as well. Actually went to Salida as well. But I'm just going to bring up Google Maps and I can actually pinpoint and show you exactly where the bicycle was found. So if we look at this map, most of you probably are familiar with this. So this is Suzanne's house here in the center here. A beautiful, beautiful place in a beautiful area. And she would have had to, if she had cycled, she would have had to, there's only really one way that she could have gone to get to where that bike was. So she would have cycled along here, up Country Road 225. Now right around here, this is the exact place. So it's not on the Highway 50, it's off Highway 50. Of course, there's a junction with Country Road 225. This is actually a steep hill, so from this top end here, as you come around the bend, you are going up quite a steep incline to get to the top. Now the bike was actually found. This is going from Tyson's video with Barry Morphew, the kind of stealth interview, which I mean, personally, I didn't agree with the way that I wouldn't have kind of done it that way, but obviously now that video's out there and we're 3 months into this case and Suzanne's still not home. So I think kind of me judging the ethics of other creators is here neither here nor there. So, but yeah, the cycle was found right in the tree line area here. Now, there's been theories that maybe a car came round this corner too fast as she was coming down the hill and knocked her in. As I say, there are theories that the bike was planted there. We just don't know, but that's exactly where the bicycle was found. By the way, just before I rattle on, I do have an open Zoom meeting, so if anybody, please feel free, and I really would like you to, if you've got thoughts or opinions on this case, so please call in. The numbers are on the screen, basically for UK and US and Canada. Just need to ring that number. It'll ask you for a meeting ID. Just put that ID in that's at the bottom and just hang on the line. You're more than welcome to call in and share your views or share your opinion on this case. Obviously, as I said at the start, if you could just sort of please, remain respectful. There are, or very likely to be, members of Barry's family watching this, so if you could please just bear that in mind. I will just make sure that the meeting is open so that you can indeed call in. But yeah, the meeting's unlocked, so you're more than welcome to call in. So that's where the bicycle was found. Who here believes that she did go on a bike ride? I'll be interested to know. So just put yes. Just put yes in the chat if you think that the bike ride did indeed happen. Or put no if you don't. Kelly says no. Anne says no. Brooks Channel says no. Chris Min says no. No way. That's interesting, isn't it? So it's pretty much all of you. Pretty much all of you. So you think it was planted there. That's interesting. That does seem to be a very strong feeling now that is what happened. As I say, even Suzanne's family now are saying that they believe that's they're worried that bike was pushed down that hill or purposefully place there. But it's certainly been put into question a lot, isn't it? Right, what I thought we'd do, so now we're on this site of where this potential bike ride, staged bike ride happened. Now, some of you may be aware Tyson, another YouTuber, Tyson, I was going to call him Tyson Fury then, but he's a boxer. Tyson Draper kind of went down to that area. Amazingly happened to see Barry there, and kind of did a, well, he said he wasn't recording, but he was recording his conversation with Barry. I've checked with Tyson and I think it's Rocky, the other guy who he works with, if they're okay with me playing the video. They said that's fine. So props to them. Like all of us YouTubers, we're just trying to help out and see, if we can help the case in any way. And just keep this case alive. Be a voice for Suzanne and the families, just to keep this out there, because otherwise it will go. Hello. Hi, Kelly.
Hello.
Hello. How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm not too bad, thank you. What are your thoughts on, on,
Good.
on this case? I mean, we're just touching on the bike
Right.
ride. Majority of people now seem to think that this bike ride never happened.
Uh, yeah, I'm one of them. Unfortunately, I do not think that the bike ride happened. I believe that the bike was put there. And it's not because, it's not like we're accusing or I'm trying to accuse anyone, but it's almost like it was just kind of planted there or set there.
Hmm.
That was just my concern. It could have been somebody that wanted to make it look like she was going for a bike ride and that, maybe something happened. It could be very well be somebody who had been watching her, you know, um,
Yeah.
someone who maybe knew of her, of the family. We just don't know. In that area, it just seems bike riding, I don't know. It just doesn't seem right to me. It doesn't feel right,
Hmm.
especially where the bike was located.
Yeah, and you have to think, this is Mother's Day, and
Right.
her daughters are going over to see her, and the other worrying thing is also a lot of the other properties around that area are Airbnbs. So, you would often have people in the area who are or are strangers, to that area.
Right.
It's a popular area for that sort of thing. Obviously, it's a beautiful place. It's got loads of trails and hiking trails and that kind of stuff.
Right.
But you know, they probably don't know who their neighbours are from one week to the next, because they probably have lots of different people moving around the area. So that's another
Yes.
concern. Did have you seen the interview that, well, say interview, the conversation that Tyson Draper had with Barry Morphew?
Yes,
Hmm.
I sure did.
I'm just
I sure did.
Yeah, I was just gonna play that actually. What I'll do, I'll just play it and we'll just stop um, at certain points if you don't mind, and we'll just touch on a few things that
Yeah.
I kind of picked up on, because this has become kind of very key now, because it's almost Barry's testimony in a way, isn't it? It's kind of the only thing that he's really said up to this point.
Yes.
Whether he's getting advice from lawyers to just keep stum, don't say anything, you know, don't
They could be saying that. That's usually the first go-to is to stay silent.
hmm,
That's usually the go-to, and lawyers will always say that. So I believe that's probably what's happened.
My name's Tyson Draper.
He doesn't look like
I'm
a
from Arizona.
stupid man, you know.
hmm,
But I did see that I did see that video with Tyson. Absolutely. Go ahead and play that. I'm sorry.
Yeah, that's okay. I'll put that on now. I was just going to say, I understand him kind of lawyering up and not wanting to say anything, but it's almost just got to the point now though where the fact that he's not saying anything is making him look bad. Um, and even the family of his that I've spoken to have agreed with that. They do think it doesn't look great on him at the moment, just because of how it's kind of panning out. But
It doesn't. And from the get-go, it didn't look like that to me. It didn't look good, but at the same time, I didn't want to be judgmental. I don't want to accuse people. I just didn't I didn't like the what seemed like a rehearsed kind of thing, and then that was it. And then we didn't hear anything else. But go
mm,
ahead, let's
mm.
play that video
Yeah,
for
so I'll
sure.
I'll play that
But
now.
I'm not accusing. Yes.
No, no, no. Okay, I'll play that now, and I'll perhaps stop it at certain points, maybe just to touch on a couple of things that I picked up on. So here we go.
My name's Tyson Draper. I'm from Arizona. Okay. So
What happened?
okay.
Yeah, do you mind putting that in your pocket?
Oh, not a problem. Not a problem. No, it's not on, bro. It's not on.
We've had a lot of media
Yeah.
bother us. And obviously this is very emotional.
Oh,
We want to
absolutely,
keep
bro.
it private from you. But we've searched. It's never going to hurt to retrace searches. So we've searched a 200-mile radius.
What? Really?
All of the mountains have been covered so far. But obviously we're going to miss things.
Right.
So let me show you what happened. And I do have a
There is a reward.
$210,000 reward. The bike was found at the bottom of the hill by that tree where the pink is.
Oh, really?
The first night there was a mountain lion. The officer seen it walk by the car, so we thought maybe she got attacked by a lion.
Okay, let me just stop it there a minute. Right, let me just